Practice 10 here in the books for Nebraska this spring on a very blustery, cold Monday. Hi, Sean Callahan for HuskerOnline.com. And it was kind of the calm before the storm, as Nebraska on Wednesday will hold more of a scrimmage live type practice, and that's probably going to be their final one before the May 1st red-white spring game.
Yeah, we're gonna have some situational stuff and some more hitting on Wednesday. That'll be a little bit more of a ramping up scrimmage day. Yeah, what you're hoping to find is what have we progressed, right? You have the first couple practices and you kind of have your first big scrimmage, and then that's a bunch of great tape to watch. Then you're kind of going, okay, I need to hit a little bit more of this technique or this fundamental, or we got to put this scheme in. So you kind of added those. So now what you're trying to make sure is that you have a building block system, right? So, we're kind of getting to the back end of the playbook with our install and situational stuff, and you see those things starting to happen. But the key is, can you put that stuff in and not lose the first piece of the puzzle, A, if you're doing the ABCs, right? You always got to be, A's always got to be consistent. You get to B, and then if you can't keep those building blocks, you can never get to C. So you got to try to make sure that you can, get a good look at the stuff that's, like I said, on the back end of the playbook, but also are you carrying over your techniques and fundamentals?
And Monday was a defensive day for Nebraska, as we talked to a lot of players and coaches. And one of the key position battles right now on defense is the cornerback job opposite of Cam Taylor-Britt. We got a good idea where that's heading, as Quentin Newsome at this point has a leg up.
Right now, Quentin Newsome is doing a very good job at that spot. A lot of guys are doing a good job, but Quentin Newsome is doing a great job at that spot. It's all about just being able to take the coaching and being able to go out and take the film, the classroom teaching to the field, and then being able to make mistakes in practice and then come back and correct the mistake.
As for that other side with Taylor-Britt, you get the sense both Mike Dawson and Travis Fisher are very happy with everything he brings to this football team.
I heard Cam told everybody he was playing all the positions, so that's good. The thing about Cam is Cam's a great athlete. Cam is another guy, high energy all the time. He's always working. He's the first guy after practice when they'll pull the jugs out, and he'll work on catching punts. He'll work on catching kickoffs. He's going to work at it, and he's a competitor. He's a guy that shows up every day, and when the game's on the line, he's the one that wants the ball. Some guys you see him melt a little bit into the background. He's the one jumping out in the forefront. So those are the type of guys you always want to go to battle with. Give yourself a chance to win with guys like him.
Yeah, Cam got an arm. He's a quarterback in high school. Yeah. So, he definitely has an arm. He can sling it all over the park, But I'm more focused on Cam being a cornerback, man.
How would you characterize his spring so far?
Having a great spring. He's having a great spring. Cam is tough. Don't miss practices. Don't miss practices. You get banged up, he jump right back in. Don't miss practice. He's a leader on the field. Always trying to be a ball hawk when he's out there. It's the main thing with Cam, just trying to get him to understand football, because he's played the quarterback position in high school. He never played DB. So just giving him, just training him how to be a DB, situations, when to do certain things, when not to do certain things. So right now, Cam is still grooming. He got a long ways to go, and he has a bright future.
And there are some key defensive guys that aren't practicing this spring. One of those right now is JoJo Domann, but that's allowed players like Javin Wright and Isaac Gifford to get more reps with the starting defensive units.
I think that Javin physically, he's when you see him, Javin's a real big guy, and I saw he became Twitter famous with the catch that he had. I saw that popping up all over the place, which was awesome. And he's got that great athleticism, and he's super long, and he's another guy with a very high football IQ. It doesn't take him a lot of reps to kind of go, okay, I got you, coach, I understand it. He can go out there. He's not that he doesn't make mistakes. He's going to make a mistake, but he'll correct his mistakes, and that's the big deal with him. So when you get a big, long body like that who's also athletic, you get real excited about it. Yeah, Isaac's another guy that he's a sponge football-wise. One of the guys that he picks up football and just, you don't have to tell him a bunch of times with the reps. He's a guy that can absorb it. He can watch somebody else do it, and then get out there and have a chance to do it. High football IQ guy, and he's another guy that you never have to coach on the effort. He's going to work hard at it. So as many guys like him in the situation where he may not has not banked as many reps. Obviously, a guy like JoJo has 1 million reps in the bank. So it's been good for him to be able to get out there and get a bunch of reps for sure.
And when Fisher looks at his group on defense, he doesn't necessarily have a 1 and a 2. He likes to call some of his guys, like Pola-Gates, part of the 1.5 defense.
big time jump right now. Noah is probably sitting right where Miles was at somewhere during the season last year. He's sitting right in that area, so he's doing a great job of also being like a, if I have a 1 group, then I have like a 1.5 group or whatever you want to call that. Wouldn't want to put him in a 2 group, but definitely want to put him in, get him a lot of reps here. This year is my focus to be able to get Noah going and get him a lot of reps. Right now he's taking a ton of reps in practice, not complaining, doing a great job on special teams as well.
And it was a defensive day, but we did talk to Fisher about one of the guys he brought to Lincoln. Walk-on running back Jaquez Yan out of Tallahassee was a product of his high school, and he's really proud of the strides and gains he's made. And he said, hey, the guy is making a name for himself.
Yeah, Jock is from my high school. So, anytime I'm home and, a kid at Jock's caliber, I like to say I'll be able to get a kid like that out of my high school with all the support you have there, with the coaches that coached me when I played there back in the day are still there. And some of the teachers that are there are still there. But, Jock had a long road in high school academically, and he said he had a tough path. He's done everything we asked him to do since he's been here. And right now I'm so proud of him because his grades is right. He had very good grades right now. Everybody back home is proud of him. And then he's making his name here. Obviously in practice, no one has seen him move around live yet, but I've seen it. All right, so he's a problem, I'll tell you that. He's about, I don't know how much he weighs, but he's probably 245, 255. He's a problem. He's fast, and he's a problem. He gives our guys problems all the time last year, and I don't know where he's sitting at right now on offense because I'm too busy worrying about defense, but when he's in the game, we know he's in the game.
And it was a heavy linebacker day. We had a chance to catch up with 3 Nebraska linebackers, including newcomer, Northern Iowa transfer, Chris Kolarvik.
It's been awesome just getting to know the guys. Just being a part of this team has been great. I feel like I fit in really well right away, and just being around the guys, and I'm picking up the scheme well. Spend a lot of time in the film room trying to pick up the new defense. A lot of terminology is different, but I understand a lot of concepts. So just kind of picking up all the terms and getting used to it and get comfortable in the defense. So it's been really good so far.
Another one of those linebackers we talked to here on Monday, Feldarius Payne. He's had a heck of an offseason. You can see the gains he's made to his body here.
I expect to do a whole lot better because now I know the system and how things run. I can just play, like actually just run to the ball, make plays. Last year I was playing like a robot, I would say, and just trying to actually not mess up. But now I know the play, so I can just run.
And then finally, we did catch up with Nick Heinrich, who has the ability to play both inside and outside linebacker, working though primarily at that inside spot this spring.
Yeah, it helps a ton just getting these practices under everyone's belt. I'm just really glad to be healthy, honestly. Kind of take it for granted for so long, but when you've had a string of injuries, it's just really good to be back and be able to get those reps under you.
And finally, we did talk some special teams as well with Mike Dawson, who's the special teams coordinator. And you get the sense when you talk about the punter position in general, still a lot out there as newcomer Australian Daniel Cherney is trying to get his legs underneath him still.
Yeah, I think he's still coming along and learning the game, getting more healthy by the day. That was a big injury he had, and so he's still figuring out and coming along. Now he's got a live foot, and the ball snaps off of it well when he hits it. And I've told Daniel the same type of things. We need you with that eye of the tiger to be consistent all the time and make sure that you're competing. And this isn't just hey, I'm going to catch and kick the ball. This is our lives are on the line on this deal. We got to make sure we operate correctly, and it's something that he's embracing, and I think he's a guy that's, he likes to coach like a linebacker, which works out well for both of us, I think.
Huskers will come back for practice number 11 here on Wednesday. Reporting here with the Nebraska football team in Lincoln, I'm Sean Callahan of HuskerOnline.com.